Yeah. Get this top chat out of here. I just had to do it, you guys. I had to go make more work for myself. Watch out, Charlie. Oh, need some water. Holy moly. Let's get this work started here. Holy shit. Oh, that's so heavy. Why is that so heavy? Why did I do this? Ugh. Hold on, you guys. I'm grabbing water. I'm on my way over there. I'm working on it. I'm so thirsty. So thirsty. So thirsty. Ugh. That's too much water. What the hell am I doing? All right. Holy moly. What up, Huckleberry Tom? I feel like it. Look, I needed some water. And I needed to get the berries out. This is a rolling process here. Actually, I'm thinking I might put the camera on the other tripod and put you guys over here, so you can see it from the side. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to turn it like this. Or you can have this view. I think this view would be better. Yeah, this is a new batch. I went out and got another fucking 4 gallons this morning. Went out at 6 a.m. Got back at noon. Well, we were driving around in the woods for a couple of hours. We didn't start picking till about 8:30. And then we picked till about 10:30. And I got about 4 gallons in about 2 hours. And then I ran them down the frickin' berry chute a couple times when I got home, which all that really did was piss me off. It did work, but it was annoying. What's up, Nats Tats? What's up, Pete? So yeah, we got a lot of berries. I still need to grab a bowl, and I need to turn on the light. I've got a lot for the whole class, because this is what I'm gonna work on right now. And I still have this fucking sack full, which is the same thing. It's about, well, it's probably not quite that much, but almost. There was something else. I was gonna grab something else. Can't remember though. I think I want to put my water for my junk right there. That's not for my junk necessarily, but what junk water. Fuck. You've never had huckleberries? No one has. Not even me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're kind of a Pacific Northwest thing, I guess. Like Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana. Pretty much where you're going to find them. Pull off a stem, put it over there, put the berry in the bowl. I don't want to use tweezers. It's a pain in the ass. What's up, Ranjit Benepal? You only ever had huckleberry syrup, honey mixed, or jam? Not the actual berry, though. Yeah, they're good. They're real good. Get in there. We've only got to re-pick the berries right here. Look at that one. Oh, that's a big old huckleberry right there. I have to eat that one. Yeah. I am from Montana in the USA, Ranjit. Ranjit. You must be from India, I imagine. Where the fuck? I thought I had a stem in my fingers, but I think it jumped back on the tray here. Fuck off. There's like this little fly just trying to land in my eye. They look more purple than a blueberry. Yeah, they are. They're pretty much purple. Look, this is like the variety of size. Look at the... These are two different ripe huckleberries, but that's how different in size they can be on the bush. Usually, they're the same size on the whole bush, right? So if you find them that big, the whole bush is covered in them. And if you find them that small, the whole bush is covered in them, which sucks. Sometimes they're mixed, you know, size-wise, but for the most part, they'll be pretty consistent. Some of these are still a little squishy yet, but it's all right. We can make jam. And then they get real squishy. Yeah, if you look right here on the edge, this paper towel, this is some Bounty paper towel, by the way, but look at how purple that's turning from the berry juice. This is hell. This is absolute hell. The thing is you can hand pick the berries and they will come out fairly clean. You know, you won't have to really do this. Maybe a little bit, but not to this extent as far as the cleanup. But the problem with that is you just don't get near as many berries. And the way I see it, I can sit here and clean these at my house. I can't sit up there on the mountain forever. So I think it's better to clean them here at the house. But God, it sucks though, because I don't want to be doing this. I'll be honest. I don't want to do it. What's up, Patricia Harrison? Your mouth is watering. Oh, good. Yeah, these are really good. I've been eating huckleberries for a couple weeks now because they've been ripe for a couple weeks. Well, we generally have them throughout the winter as well. You know, we'll have like a gallon froze, but this year the huckleberries are crazy. They're everywhere. They are everywhere, and they are everywhere. So I've got a lot. Like, hold on. This is all this year. And then I've got roughly another 3 gallons today. So yeah, I might have enough to share with the whole class. I might need a fucking nap though, because this is hell. It was hard work. First of all, you're up there at like 5,000 feet elevation, so it's, you know, it's a little harder to breathe. That is definitely a thing. And then you're just working. You know, you're just working. You're just hiking around, working. Saw some grizzly bear tracks today. Why you need so many? Because they're worth about $50 to $100 per gallon. Each one of those sacks that I got out. When you can go out and in 2 hours make $200 on the low end, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, dude, I want a pie. That does sound fucking good, Lewis. Damn it. Pie. Fucking dog hair in there, Ricky. Yeah, we were up on top of a mountain, basically. What's up, Boom? And there was this mud puddle that had dried up, but there was still mud, and there was several. I mean, it was probably one bear, you know, but its bear tracks were bigger than my hand for sure. And then you could see the claw marks out in front of the bear paws. You know, so that's how we could kind of tell it was a grizz. Yeah. Some of these berries are not ripe enough. That is also the problem when you beat on the bush like I did. You end up with some berries that aren't ripe. Not too many though, because a lot of the ripe ones, or the The non-ripe ones won't even come off the bush unless you really beat the hell out of it. Unless you beat that bush. We're doing good, Boom. I went out and picked a couple $100 worth of huckleberries this morning, as you can see. Went and made a couple hours worth of work for myself. Well, I woke up at about 4:30, and then Callie's dad got here right at 6, and we left. Went and drive out into the woods. We were trying to go find a different spot, like up around this big fucking loop road out in the middle of nowhere. We kind of found a better spot, but we could have went the opposite way around the loop and cut off about 2/3 of the loop. But we learned that there's nothing on the backside of that mountain. It's all on the front side. Seems like the south and west sides of the mountain are where the huckleberries grow. At least here in northwest Montana. What's up, Save Loved Ones? I am probably just going to make, I don't know. Callie makes muffins. We make smoothies and milkshakes and pie, jam. There's a lot of different stuff. I'll probably also sell a few of these. Like I was saying earlier, they're going for about $50 a gallon right now. But they're also not really going either because there's so many people buying, or there's so many people picking them and trying to sell them. I think the market is flooded right now. So it may be better to freeze them and wait till like November-ish and then try to sell them. But a lot of people that rely on, this sort of money or picking berries to make money, they want that money today. So they're trying not to wait, basically. And that's my advantage. I don't really need the money. So, I can hold on to my berries and wait for the value to go up. And it will once people can't go pick them. Some huckleberry mead tubes. Oh, I wonder. I think my buddy Ryan one time made some huckleberry wine, and it turned out pretty decent. He also jammed some huckleberries down into the dirt of a plant that he was growing, and it turned all purple, and it was real good. It's got a little leaf on it. A little chunk of grass or something on that. Yeah, I can't believe Cobra's eating 3-day-old Wendy's, dude. Like, I'm telling you guys, he knows shit. He knows that he's provoking outrage with his videos, and he's going for maximum shock value. I wouldn't be surprised. He shuts the camera off and he's like, and that was another good video. Like, he's not the same person doing those videos. No way. I think he's been self-aware the whole time, and it's all been an act, and we've all been duped big time. At least if you think he's just some crazy fuck, which, I'm just being facetious because I don't even believe that myself, right? Like, part of me wants to believe it because it would mean that he's smart and that he's not that fucked, That, I guess that's why I want to believe it, because part of me thinks there's no fucking way, dude. But he is, he probably is, so yeah. Yeah. No shit, Boom. 1 year later. I'm going to be almost done with these. My little puppy dog didn't sleep the whole time I was gone. I think he was all stressed out. Now he's passed out over there on the couch. He when I first started doing these berries, or I was setting up to go live a minute ago, he fucking jumped up on the kitchen table. So now I know oh shit. Now I know he knows how to do that. Little bastard. I took the dogs down to the creek. That was cool. They liked it. I got in the water as well, and I liked it. It was hot today. This is worse than putting together a fucking puzzle, you guys. You're on season 7 of Chicago Fire? Oh, yeah. Dude, I watched a video last night. I shared it, but the fucking thing didn't share the video. It just shared my comment about it, I guess. Just stupid. But either way, the video was this guy. He was out hunting, and he was driving a side by side, and the thing rolled down a frickin' mountain, and he got tossed out of it, and then he broke like both of his legs basically, and so his dog was in a kennel in the back of the side by side when it rolled, and somehow when he woke up, the dog was standing right over top of him, totally fine. And so, but he wasn't, he was all broken basically. So he had to splint his own legs, and then his phone was missing. He basically had no way to call for help. So he had to crawl out of there for 11 hours. And he said his dog basically made it possible because his dog would go like 50 feet down the trail and then just sit there and wait for him. And then he would, get to the dog, and then the dog would lick his face and then go further down the trail. Like the dog knew that he needed to get out. Dogs are cool, man. Yeah, I think he was all right. Seemed like he was recovering pretty well in that video. Well, and he had met some chick too, It was like a fucking. It's like people will bond over traumatic incidents and shit. When he got to town, he was like he crawled to this diner, and this chick that looked like she's about his age or whatever saw him and ended up helping him. So who knows, they'll end up together. Maybe not. Maybe the guy was just like, no, all I need is my dog. Fuck off, bitch. Charlie would drag you down the mountain if that happened. Oh, for sure. All fucking 12 pounds of him. Let's see. He's over there. Hold on, you guys. Yeah. Little Charlie. Young Charlinaire. Yeah, Smokey or Molly would probably save me. Charlie would just be like, "What's going on?" He is so tired. He's a sweepy puppy. Charlie has two speeds. That right there that you see, and then Tasmanian Devil. Yeah, he was all stressed out while I was gone, that little bastard. Ah! All right. We're working here. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, sorry, Charlie. Go back to sleep. I did get him fairly clean with the berry shoot, though. It's not the best. And I definitely need to modify it more, maybe make it longer. Dude, I feel like I've been doing this forever and I've only got that much. This is how it is when you hand pick. You're out there for 20 fucking minutes and you got that much berries. Or in the same amount of time, I got about that much. Well, maybe not quite, but what's up, On? I think that's how you say your name. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good though, just cleaning these berries. There's a lot of stems. See, I'm picking these little stems off the end of the berry, and they're on there pretty good. It's like pulling a hair. There's also some random leaves and a couple of not ripe berries in there. I gotta pick them all out. Gotta clean it. No seeds, no stems, no sticks. Right? It's too red. A lot of them are too red, which means they're not ripe. They can have a little bit of redness, but not much. Some of them actually look kind of red on the bush and they'll be ripe, but these aren't those kind. I can kind of tell what those ones look like. Oh, it also hurts my back sitting like this. I'm kind of hunched over. Yeah. Hell, making the pie crust hurts my back. I'm gonna need a fucking back rub before I can eat the pie. Better be some good pie. Yeah, or you can do like huckleberry pancakes. You can do uh, just jam or muffins. But yeah, sometimes Callie will make like a fruit um, topping mix kind of, and then we have crepes with them. Or there's so many different things you can do. I don't want to go on the Bubba Gump rant of what all you can do with a huckleberry, but I might. Could sure use some pot. Actually, I got the vape pen. I might grab that. Ah! Oh, I can barely move, you guys. I'm getting too old for this shit. Ah! Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That had a feeling to it. Yeah. It doesn't seem like I'm doing anything. When I look at this fucking platter of huckleberries, nothing is changing. I've been doing this for 33 minutes. One of my big ass beard hairs in there. Only that one though. I got it, luckily. Huckily, I found it. Yeah, I was out there wearing a bandana to keep the sweat out of my eyes, and the sweat was running out of my bandana faster than it probably would have been running off my head. It was freaking me out. I think I went right through the gummies, the Tyson ears that I ate. I ate 2 this morning. That wasn't enough. Yeah, probably the closest thing you've seen to these is blueberries, and they're, maybe maybe you don't get those in Indonesia. What's up, Scottman? Good afternoon. Well, good evening. Good night. Good day. Good. good. Oh, good. I got stuck. I just had to oh good my way out of that. Oh, that one's kind of squishy. Squishy. A little too squishy. Oh, get in there. Get in there. 11:30 p.m.s. Fuck. For me, it's 4:30 p.m.s. Getting some fairly clean spots here. Making some good progress. Am I making art? No, I'm cleaning fucking berries, dude. I went and picked these berries in the woods earlier. I don't know if you saw the short that I posted where I was like, this is where I was today, or the oh good view. All right, on. Have a good one, dude. But yeah, these are kind of a rare treat, you know? They only grow for like a month or two out of the year, and they only grow at certain elevations in a couple of states here in the U.S. So they're hard to get, but this year is a particularly good year for them. So they are not that hard to get this year, but you still have to go really high up into the mountains, and there are bears that love these things. I think the bears probably kind of rely on these just as much as they do the salmon run for their winter fattening or whatever. And so we are competing with the bears for the berries, which is scary. I just go out there and I make a shitload of noise. I've got a bucket that I carry around for my berries, and I just kind of tap on it every now and then so that it's real loud. I've also got a little JBL speaker that I hook to my backpack, and then I walk around listening to music. Sometimes I sing along with the music. Helps kill the monotony of what I'm doing out there in the woods, picking berries. And I think it helps keep me safe because the bears usually only want to attack you if you scare them, you know. So if you're walking around real quiet, not making any noise, they're going to fucking get spooked when you come around the corner, and then they're going to eat you. But if you're making a shitload of noise, they're going to hear you way before you get to them, and you won't ever see a bear. You'll see their shit everywhere, though. And it's all berries. Little fuckers. Which really annoys you on the years where you can't find a lot of berries. You know, you'll still see the bear shit everywhere, and you'll just be like, God damn these things. You'll know that they're getting them, but you're not. And that's bullshit. Just pull out a shotgun or a handgun or a machine gun or a rifle. Yeah, you know, something like that. Some people carry bear spray, which that shit does work sometimes. Sometimes it don't. You know, if the wind's blowing right in your face, You're not going to have time to circle around and get the other side of the wind from the bear. You're just going to get fucking pounced and eaten. And if you try to spray him, you're going to be a little bit spicy when he eats you. And the whole point of bear spray, they say, is that you're trying to make the bear be in pain so that it thinks, oh, this sucks, and then it tries to run away. Well, you know what else does that? A gun. You know what else doesn't fucking get affected by wind in your face? A gun. So I don't carry bear spray. But I don't go in the woods unarmed either. That's crazy. Dude, I've done nothing. I swear to God, I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I'm freaking out. Nothing's happening, man. I got a cup of bullshit here and a little bit of berries in my bowl, but it doesn't feel like I've done shit. That's a bunch of weird shit. Get out of there. The things we do for fun. I might go jump off a cliff tomorrow for fun. Why did I want to do this, you guys? I've got some sort of berry fever or something. Because I can't explain why I even want to do this. I don't, but I can't help but do it. Maybe it's a part of getting old. You just start fucking canning foods and all sorts of weird shit. Have I heard of a game called Ready or Not? Yeah, I have. I've watched Boom play it a little bit. I don't think I could play it though. A little leaf on that one. Pink. Yeah. I spotted you, you little piece of shit. Yeah, I've seen it, dude. It's pretty intense, you know. It sucks because I'd probably be good at it, just like I was at PUBG, but it would probably also make me feel like I'm gonna die. And then I wouldn't be able to play it. And then I would be mad and sad. I'm still bummed out about PUBG. You know, I would love to have played that all this time, basically. Because I was still getting better at the game, you know. I felt myself improving the whole time I was playing, and yeah, it sucks. Everybody else was too, you know, like everybody playing it basically was getting better, so you were starting to get better and better games and really crazy competition but yeah. Just finished a sweet corn bagging party this weekend. Stocked up for the winter. Nice. That sounds all right. I gotta do a garden next year. I didn't do it this year. I fucked up. It's like I tell myself the problem is the winter, right? Like there's snow out there. You really can't do anything with your garden like all winter. And then spring rolls around and it's just like wham, you know? And I told myself as soon as that snow melts, I'm going to get out there in the garden. But it was like it melted and then it was time to start planting shit. And I just was not ready. I don't know. Ugh, my back hurts, you guys. This is hell. Why did I pick so many berries? Why did we find such a good spot today? It was real good. We were up there, and there was a little stream coming out of the mountain, and I was finding some good berries near that stream, and then I kind of ran out of bushes to pick, and then I went down the road a little ways, just walking, and there was another little creek right there, so I started picking around it, and same thing, there was a bunch of berries, but the bushes were not very many, and then I kind of ran out there, and then I went over to where I made that video earlier, that short, the Oh Good View, pretty much right behind me where I, like, if I, when, for that short, I did a 360, like I kind of turned around 360 degrees just to show what it looked like where I was standing. And like at the start of the video, I'm looking out at the mountains directly behind me, and I do pan around and look at it, is where the berry bushes were. And I was in a situation right there because there was so much. Like I got probably 2 gallons right there in about a, yeah, probably about a 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It was quick. Yep. It's fun getting out in the woods, you know, and it is. It's really peaceful and relaxing, just being with nature. And then you get home and you realize what you've done to yourself. Ugh. Ugh. It's like waking up the next day from going out and partying with your friends. You know, it's great when you're out there. And then when you wake up the next day, you're like, I'm never doing that again. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I don't ever want to see a huckleberry again. And I've got about 500,000 of them here. And the problem is once I'm done with this tray, I've got pretty much the same thing all over again. I'm going to be doing this all frickin' night. I can so too, just sit here and cry. You know what's crazy is I'm the captain. I'm the CEO. I could fucking shut this operation down whenever I want. Throw these fucking things in the trash. What am I doing? No, I couldn't do that, you guys. It's too much work. Too much time already spent working to get these. That, and I do want to sell some, like I said, later this fall or something. Maybe if I can get like, you know, $75 a gallon or $100 a gallon, that'll be awesome. That'll mean I went out and I made about $300 today. Hey, what's up, Monder? Hope you're having a good one, dude. We're picking berries again. I picked them this morning, but I use a method where I take pretty much the whole bush. And I stuff it right in my bucket. And then I take my hand and I just slap the bush a couple times, and the berries just go flying everywhere inside the bucket. They end up in the bucket. But I also get all these little stem pieces, and then a whole bunch of spiders and leaves. It's kind of a situation. I make a lot of work for myself. Alternatively, I could stand there and go like this, boop, 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 and then I would be basically picking the berries about as fast as I'm cleaning them now. And like I was saying earlier, you know, you're kind of limited on how long you can actually be out in the woods, right? But I can sit here and clean these at my house forever. So I feel like it's smarter to get them, you know, the way I do, and then clean them later. At least if you're going for maximum amount of berries. Now, if you're just doing it for fun and you don't want to have a whole bunch of bullshit afterwards, hand picking is absolutely the way to go. It's actually really relaxing. It's satisfying as well, because you pick a berry and you hear it hit the bucket. You know, you're getting something. With what I'm doing with beating the bush, I mean, I know I'm getting berries, but I don't really know how many. You know, it's just, but it is fast though. That's the thing too. If I sit there hand picking, it'll take me 20 to 30 minutes to cover the bottom of the bucket. But if I do it with the beat the bush method, it's literally like 3 minutes. You know, it's a couple of bushes and I'm fucking there. Yeah, Lewis, come on over and help me with this shit. Callie's going to be home to help soon. And I think that's a big smiley face signifying how happy she is to have to clean these berries. Somebody's spamming the 100, 100, 100. There's a 100 war. Somebody better start giving me a heart attack with the emojis or the little symbols. Somebody better spam hearts. We need a heart war against the 100 war. You too are an enthusiast of the beat the bush method? I bet, Lewis. I bet the bushes you beat aren't nearly as hard to clean up afterwards. You're the one spamming the hundreds? Nice, Mondert. I appreciate it, man. That's funny. I can just see him going up the side of the screen. I'm like, what the hell? I don't care. I mean, I think it's awesome, actually, but I mean, I do care. It doesn't bother me, though. It's awesome. I was thinking one day I'm going to, like, assign you guys your own, you know, you'll each have one of them, and then we'll see who can win. Just it's like a cheer off or something, you know? Whoever posts the most or gets the most symbols flying in the air is the champion. They're the best screen clicker. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I thought I lost a stem into my clean bowl. Look, here's the clean bowl, you guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think. I might have a little over 3 gallons. I might have closer to 4. Maybe not once I'm done cleaning them all, though. You know, there's a lot of non-ripe and smashed ones in here. Oh, you're still going with it. Oh, yeah. Wish we could do our own custom ones for that. That'd be kind of cool. I'd make a good one. Oh, oh, this is killing my back, though, you guys. I might have to take a break. See, it stains your hands pretty good, but it rinses right off. It's crazy. You would think it would like permanently stain your fingers, but it does not. Yeah, I've got a deep freezer out in the garage. I'm gonna have to put probably all those that are in there out there because I don't know. It's kind of a situation. Maybe not. This freezer in here doesn't have that much more space, though. I don't think I'll be able to get these in there. Get off my finger. Or get on my finger, get off the berry. Sometimes I'm just trying to stick my finger to like a little piece of debris. A lot of it is other huckleberry seeds. Like the seeds are inside the berry itself. And there's a little leaf. Like some of the smashed berries end up just leaking everywhere, right? And then you got little huckleberry seeds all over the place, and you think you've got little pieces of shit on them, but really it's just more huckleberry. That's a big one right there, and it's so tight and ripe still. It looks like an olive almost. Oh. Yeah. It's almost like eating a sweet tart. Yeah. There, I swallowed some air with my water. You're bringing home a gallon of raspberries. You're gonna bring her some huckleberries tomorrow? Nice. And the hundreds still continue. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Some of the stems are really short and you almost miss them because they're just like a little. It's like when you get a short fuse on a firecracker or something, they're just barely sticking out. Ugh. Those were always fun when I was a kid. We used to throw firecrackers, light them and throw them, you know. You get that one with the fuse, it's like barely visible. And you throw it and you blow your fingers right off. You'll be home in a minute. Roger. Good God, you guys. What have I done? What do you reckon I do here? I just want to play video games. If this was a video game, I would just hold a button and this tray would disappear. You used to set up firecrackers in formations with gunpowder to explode in a timing. That's pretty cool. I tried to do that one year. We got a bunch of fireworks, and I had some fucking cannon fuse that I bought at the fireworks stand, and you just tape it to the fuses of all the different boxes or whatever. Those box kits are where it's at with the fireworks. I used to do I don't really do them at all really anymore because there's so many people doing them and you can just go watch it. But um, I used to do like the artillery ones where you have to drop the thing down in there and then light it. And you just do them one at a time. And then I'd try to wire those together. I'd twist a couple fuses together, and sometimes one goes off early and it knocks the other one over, and then everybody has to run because you got a fucking mortar, one of those artillery things going off on the ground. But man, the boxes that they do, where it'll be like it almost looks like a case of beer. Those things are kick ass. They have some pretty good ones. Oh shit! I almost smashed the berries there. Definitely a part 2 coming to this. Yeah. There's going to be a to be continued here in just a second. Oh God, what am I doing? Yep, I think I'm going to need a safety meeting, you guys. I'm starting to try to put debris in the good bowl and berries in the shit. So yeah, I'm going to shut the stream down for now and just continue to work away at this pile of berries. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching me picking the berries. Have a good one, Monder, Lewis, Pete. I don't know. Well, maybe Pete's there. I don't know. Blaze, Scottman, if you're back. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. My back is cranking. It's like starting to cramp and do weird things. So yeah. See you guys.